again, friends. And you are my friends, and welcome out back to a jubilant, euphoric, just buzzing Portman Road following Ipswich Town 2, Chelsea 0. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that wonderful business. We're back again live tomorrow, New Year's Eve, 1 p.m. for a full in-depth reaction. But right now, we're outside Portman Road, and I want to grab the thoughts of Phil Blundell. Phil, Town 2, Chelsea 0.
We finally did it. We finally won a game. Home game, yes. It's been a long time coming, guys. It's been a long time coming. Criminally robbed against Leicester. Should have beaten Bournemouth. We've stopped making those individual mistakes, and tonight, I think, just proved the difference. We were organised. We were up for it. We were concentrating the whole game. Those lads tonight thoroughly deserved the win tonight. And Chelsea never really got going. Chelsea never really got out of second gear for me. I mean, so with the players they've got in Cole Palmer, Madueke, Nick Jackson, with the goals that they possess, and a team really in the title race. This one tonight, I was fearing a little bit that we'd probably get another drubbing, but
yeah, I think we all were. I think heading in, I got a few messages saying, or lucky under 5, or it'll be another defeat, but let's see a performance. We didn't give him a sniff.
No, we didn't.
I mean, Christian Walton got married in the match, but I can't remember too many chances they've had where he's, made a hell of a save.
Yeah, he did make one brilliant save in, I think it was the first half. And then it was lucky enough when, I think Chelsea had a free kick in the first half. I think about 23 minutes on the clock. Cole Palmer took it, hit the inside of the post, came out.
But that's it.
Walter was in the right place at the right time.
But that team of superstars, all the transfer spend, etc., it's all been written about him in the newspapers. That's their one chance. That's how good that performance was by those 10 players out on the pitch.
I'm saying we defended well enough for Arsenal on Friday. It was, unfortunate that we conceded that goal that we did after about 22 minutes on Friday. But tonight, it was a surprise to see Walton in goal. I think the chap sitting next to me, apparently, I think that he works at Nuffield Hospital, and he was telling me that Muric had been at the Nuffield for a scan on his feet because.
So we don't know that. No, we'll leave that for the times because we don't know that, and that's all we don't know. We have just had a donation in from Will. Big up, Will. $9.99. Thank you very much, Will. We truly appreciate it. Proud of the boys is Khalid. What a result, says Zachary. Lots of positivity flying about. And we'll talk about Christian Walton. Regardless of why he was in the goal, he was in the goal, and he was awarded man of the match. I'm so excited I can barely speak.
Yeah.
But what was man of the match? Was that right for you? Because Solly in the chat says, best 10 out of 10 you'll see from Delap all season long.
Absolutely. All night long, Delap, for me, deserved that man of the match tonight. I'm going to say him and Amari tonight really made the difference for us up front. And it was great to see Amari getting a second goal of the season. It was even better seeing Delap score a penalty. And it was even better seeing an offside decision go our way.
Again, it takes forever, doesn't it?
In the first half. I'm going to say, look, it doesn't matter how long it takes for the VAR official to make his call.
It fucking does. It does take. For me, it matters, or at least show us on the screen what they're looking at. What am I supposed to do? Talk to me mum for 10 minutes.
I can't see that. I can't see the big screen from where I'm sitting because I'm sitting behind the screen in the Sir.
So was Delap your man of the match?
Yes, absolutely, 100% tonight.
Yeah.
Delap.
Was it a penalty first of all? Because I couldn't see from my.
Yeah, from where I was sat right behind the goal. For me, I thought Delap stumbled, but my friend Lee, sitting on the other side of the stand,
big up Lee,
told me that it was either, I think it was the keeper or the defender that stuck his leg out and just caught Delap, which caught him, which made him stumble. So that for me was a penalty. Wonderful to see him score a goal, and tonight's result will give everyone an overdue confidence boost going to the second half of the season. 15 points from 19. It's definitely much better than 12 points from 19, and we have given ourselves a real fighting chance of staying in this league next season. But let's see how the fixtures unfold in the coming weeks and coming months.
Excellent. Phil, as always, appreciate your thoughts. Look after yourself. Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you very much. Adi, I'll bring you in for your thoughts.
Oh, Happy New Year. It's already started, isn't it? My goodness me, what a night this is. Eh?
Steve says, half a billion quid's worth of versus a team with 6 who helped with Division 1 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it? And who should be in goal as well with all these recognised players. But Christian Walton. What a change that he has made. Yes, we had a good night, and everything went for us tonight. Even the dreaded VAR, which takes long, but it's worked in our favour, and it's just great.
Just over your shoulder there, Andy, is a sign. All right.
Yes.
It says no access.
No access.
That was the town back five this evening, Adi.
Absolutely.
No access.
Yes.
Talk to us about that back five.
No access at all because we played our game. We somehow have got. It's been coming for a long time, but we seem to pull it out of the bag tonight. Our back line was actually doing what they're there to do. They're playing as a team. Everything was a group on there, and I would even go as far. It says no access, but it also says road closed. And the way that game actually went, we weren't opening that road. We were going to keep it closed all night, and even we kept the Chelsea fans quiet as well.
We did,
yeah. And I never realised there was a fire drill at the end. Did you realise that?
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I can't blame them because their team, didn't get into the game at all, and that's all the credit down to us. Sam Morsey came back into the lineup, taught us about the Cayuse-Morsey combination.
Oh, absolutely. So you had sort of the common. I actually thought sort of Cayuse was. I hadn't realised how tall he was actually, but he worked so well actually with Morsey as well.
Yeah,
and sort of that's actually probably what happened. Yes. Admittedly, earlier in the first half, we did sort of open our midfield up a bit sort of too much actually to let them in. But yes, combination of everything. It's just
phenomenal,
absolutely phenomenal. And I've been sort of actually travelling home and away, and I've been dreaming of nights like this, of actually beating Chelsea.
So all that money, all those miles, you got it right here. Look.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But it's so good. It so actually sets us up. Everybody worldwide, wherever you are now, I hope you have a great New Year's Eve, and this is just the start of what is going to be perhaps a turning point.
Excellent. Adi, I'll bring Colin in. I appreciate your thoughts.
Lovely, cheers.
GVT says, McKenna, don't change anything. They're all magnificent. Chris Boyd was worried about the Burns role when he saw the lineup.
Cheers, Adi.
Colin, Chris Boyd, I was worried about the Burns role when I saw the lineup, but it worked really well. What are your thoughts on West Burns tonight?
Well, I'm going to have to be honest. I thought, maybe. I didn't know. I didn't really. I thought myself, like I always say, Martin. You know what I always say: whoever wears the shirt you support, and that obviously include Christian or whoever else new came in tonight. And I thought, to a man, we was absolutely excellent tonight.
Agreed.
I mean, but I'll tell you one thing I've got to say, Martin, and I'm not trying to sound blow my own trumpet or anything, but I did say, I've said for weeks, even before the Newcastle game, that I thought we needed to go to a back three. And in other words, a back five. And I personally think the Newcastle game, Martin, might be, I've said this several times since that Newcastle game, I think that might turn out to be I think Matt would agree with this, and yourself. I think that might turn out to be a real blessing in disguise. That I would have thought Kieran probably went home that night, probably didn't sleep for ages, and he probably thought, do you know what? I don't think I can go toe to toe with these teams like Newcastle, and Chelsea, and Arsenal, and I need I need a plan B.
Yeah.
And he's gone to a plan B, and it's worked. All right, it wasn't pretty at all. And you agree with me, that wasn't pretty at all at Arsenal. But we grew into the game. We kept in the game. And with a real little bit or a big bit of luck, we could have possibly, snatched a point at the Emirates. Did we deserve it? No, if I'm being totally honest. But tonight, I'm glad we kept that. Whether we'll keep up the rest of the season at home, I'm not sure. But I think possibly we will. Obviously, we're hoping that.
I really like it. I think it gives you a good threat going forward when you're on it. And against Arsenal, some of our decisions weren't at it. Our final pass was sloppy. Tonight it wasn't, and we saw that with the Amari breakaway. Delap wins the ball. And maybe against Arsenal, that's a sloppy pass into Amari.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely ball. Amari takes a good touch, not a sloppy touch. And we score the goal from it. But that formation gives you the platform to build upon. And it allows Wes or whoever plays right wing back to go up when we can, but more importantly, get back when we can't.
Yeah.
And you've got three very, Burgess has been phenomenal this season. Let's not get away from that. But
there's not a bigger supporter of Cameron Burgess than me.
But those three tonight, and particularly Wolfie, back-to-back games, just phenomenal. Having not played for such a long time, coming straight back in. Arsenal and Chelsea, your first two back in.
Wolfie was immense tonight, actually. Yeah. He really was.
Really was.
I've got to say something about Christian Walton.
Go for it.
I mean, that save he made up in Orstand then, when it's off the post, and then the reflex save after that. I'm hoping the Premier League, they've just shown. I've just watched Sky Sports this last couple of days. They've been showing about 10, 12, 14 saves of 2024. I'm hoping they'll show that again, because I'll tell you what, that was an unbelievable save. And let's be perfectly honest about it. That was a big call by Kieran tonight. Big call.
Yeah.
Because people can say what they like about him here. It's like I say, whoever wears the shirt, you support them. And he has saved us. He has saved us. I mean, Brighton comes to mind. Tottenham comes to mind.
Yeah.
And he's had his moments. We all know that, Martin.
Yeah.
But he's also had some very good moments. So, like I say, it's probably 50-50 for me. So that was a big call by Kieran tonight. Well done, Kieran. And especially well done to Christian Walton. Quite a bit of pressure on him tonight.
Quite a bit.
I thought.
Yeah.
And he handled it really, really well. And I'm so pleased he got man of the match. Well, I think he did.
He did. Was he your man of the match?
I've got to say yes, because he made a couple of three really good saves, and he also kept a clean sheet, which against a side like Chelsea is quite phenomenal, really.
Yeah.
Their squad must be worth something like, I don't know, a rough estimate, 450, 500 million.
Probably.
I mean, they've got one player. How do I say? One player worth like 100 million, or 90 million, like Casillo.
Yeah.
And so they'd probably be 550, 600 million, maybe.
Talk about the belief, because times in the last few weeks, confidence, belief looks to have been low, right? Which is not easy, not hard, because you've been getting beat. But tonight, they still like the Ipswich Town of the Championship, where we were bang up for it. Every 50-50 was in our favour, and the players just oozed belief in what they thought they could get accomplished tonight.
I'm loving a person who's actually talking lights and loads of sense. Look, I'm not saying it's just one or two people. A lot of supporters were saying about only 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you all know who you are, right? More or less starting to give up, right? I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying, with at that particular time probably 22, 23 games to go, there's one person here who's not given up.
No,
and
I can't believe that.
And at the end of the day, we have to have belief. There was a lot of belief out there tonight. I mean, I done it. I was doing my mum's score. She always says 2-1. She's 101 now, by the way. She always says 2-1. I've done it yesterday. Got 16-1. I only had 250 on it to win about 38 quid. Did I want that bloke, the Chelsea guy, to score when he was through 80 minutes? Well, it'd have been handy for me pocket. But do you know what, man? I was more happy to lose 250. Yep. And then keep that clean sheet. I was really. But having said that, that was a bad shot. But that's kind of acceptable in my book at the same time.
There we go. You're a happy man tonight.
I'm very happy, and I'll tell you what that will do tonight. That will be like that really will. I don't care what people say, you know, tomorrow or the day after when they hear this. I think that's a real. We've had 1 or 2 stabs in the back by the Mr. Wolves up the road, you know, and what's been going on, and players playing when I don't think they should be. Personally,
you're referencing the Kunar ban, aren't you? Or lack of.
Yeah, and I think, look, there's been a lot of people, a lot of people who know a lot more about the game have spoken to me about that, and they all think that he should have been banned already. Why it hasn't happened, goodness only knows. But at the end of the day, he's scored twice. They've accumulated 7 points out of 9 in that period since we beat Wolves.
We've just beaten Chelsea,
and but this is what I'm coming to, Martin. You've set me up, but this is what I'm coming to. We've put a dagger in their back tonight, because there's no way. I'll repeat, no way, Mr. Wolves. Did you expect us to win tonight? Well, you might have thought we might have drew. You might have thought we might have got a point. That's a dagger in their heart tonight.
Finally, before we leave, right? And it's a yes or no question. If I'd said back to you in August we'd have 2 wins at this stage, and they'd be against Tottenham and Chelsea, would you have 3 wins? Huh?
Yeah, 3. Wolves, Tottenham, and Chelsea.
Of course we have. Jack Taylor.
Martin, your maths is not very good.
That's why I found as an accountant.
Well,
so if I said to you, ignore Wolves.
And by the way, my son's an accountant as well. So yeah, hands up. Hands up.
I'm ignoring Wolves, right? So it doesn't work for what I wanted to ask you. But I'm still going to ask you: if we'd have 3 wins and 2 of which have been Tottenham and Chelsea, would you have believed me?
If I'm going to be totally honest, you know, if I'm going to lose my life if I lie, probably not.
No, exactly.
But having said that...
But Wolves didn't work from what I was trying to say.
Having said that, Martin, we deserved the win at Tottenham.
We do.
We deserved the win at Wolves, and we deserved the win tonight. So, you know, happy days. But what we need to do is now, I mean, that's obvious, we need to go to Fulham and at least get something from that game.
I just said that to Phil before we went live. Absolutely.
Yeah, even if we get a point at Fulham, I'll be quite happy with that.
Absolutely. Right. We want to win. Absolutely. Right, we're back tomorrow for a more in-depth reaction. But from now, from Portman Road, where 3 win Ipswich Town.
Oh, by the way, just last thing.
One last thing.
Yeah, and a very, very important last thing. Ben Moore, a year ago, rest in peace. We're still thinking of you, and that's for you tonight. Bless you. That's me done.